lips is hella dry now. Fucking block that part out. Big shirt, I'm a leader. What's the word? Yeah. Leader up and swift, I'm drinking chimney swift. Shorty love my presence, I don't give her gifts. Kick it like I'm Johnny Walker walking on this bitch. Ain't got time to run the game, I'm drunk and gotta take a piss. Shirty season, top dog like I'm Reason. My bitch do gymnastics, I'ma stretch her out. Fresh up out the shower, where she neck me down. Nigga got the sauce, I'm dripping marinara. To the breadstick, bitch, I don't wanna hear no lip. Boy, I dropped that way ahead and I ain't seen the options. Nobody hungry, my niggas eating, niggas working, I ain't seen them boys. A couple weeks, heard them talking, but I'm deaf though. You talking fables, early morning duffing with the chat on Gates coffee table. Whoa. Big shirt, I'm a leader moving. Hit up Lito, what's the word, my nigga? What's the word, my nigga? Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. We did it for the hood, we know we good. R.I.P. my pops. R.I.P. Deshaun, R.I.P. Alex, and R.I.P. my nigga Mondo. I know you watching me, nigga. We gonna do this one for you. Mondo's World. Shout out Stu, nigga. We had to take him back to the streets. They thought because I had white fans that I wasn't a thug no more. That this 40 don't work no more, nigga. Look, it's not the 40 ain't work. Look, I'm the best rapper, nigga. No The life of a poet ain't that poetic justice. Grab your blunt token, I guess I'll tell you a story. Adoption money, pussy, death, things I knew about. I be dead to it out, low being Stu around. Matt Randall, misfits and produce around. It's a celebration, nigga, going and pour the juice out. I done lived 100 lives, I done shed 1,000 tears. Must have moved 100 pounds, I've been around 1,000 years. Niggas were slow to get it, I felt the fire like Ben Gay. Snap my fingers, kill half of your crew like it's in game. I ain't in the gauntlet, nigga, you shop a hot topic, nigga. Matter of fact, fuck the snap, I'll grab a strap and body niggas. We was in them lobbies on the streets, you shot the videos. Only difference is you was checking in, we naturally grown. Them later boys a mess too, but shit, that was our home. On the block for a minute, I started getting attention. The rap was getting me paid without the risk of detention. In the trenches, shit was deeper than the Mariana. In the Marriott lobby, exchanging dollars with my little partners. Fears of disappointing my dad if I sit in due time. He had dementia, couldn't even remember the damn crimes. New shoes and a fresh taper. Allegedly, I'm the chief from Mallory gang, but shit ain't nothing on paper. Let's go. Yeah. Shirty. Talk to me like you fucking know what's going on, nigga. Shirty. Niggas told me it was a tiny desk. I took the fucking tiny desk to the trap, nigga. Shout out Black Bulb, nigga. And niggas know I don't come alone anywhere. Yo, why are you like this? Coming sometime before your next baby mama and your next kid turn 2. I'ma just hold this to remind you niggas of who the fuck I am. Niggas thought I
welcome some of the panel's recommendations, but money will be a key factor as to whether or not they'll be implemented. But one thing money can't buy is your mama. She's for free and everybody knows it.
Make 100,000, gonna give it to the children. Salad with the steak, $1,000 Henny sipper. Sniffing till I'm dizzy, room with mirrors on the ceiling. Watch them dig the grave, they gotta know I'm gon' kill her. Hash told me, white man gon' kill us with the big 3. Here on sugar caffeine, but I hope you enjoy that lean. Ever since the shoulder lean, a trip up on my shoulder mean. Rapture when my verbals reach my stature like I'm 43. I was in the Chevy, no roof, let the 12 slap. Boy, I got that bounce, boy, I got my bounce. Grits and coffee in the morning, got the gritty from my mama's side. Don't put your hands on me, put your hands on me, a homicide. This is for the town, that's where I couldn't be a writer. Off the porch and on the vape, I got tired of losing lighters. Me and Mike not talking based off false, and there it is. I'm tired of losing bros, but I'm tired of sharing shit. Let's go.
What you do?
Ain't what we done. You play to lose, we already won. Don't get confused, we still having fun. Run it up. Run it up, get a bag every day. Always find a way to overcome. Hey, recalling them times where I was 2 steps from morgue. Mental health issues always seem to ignore. Figure one day, yeah, I'm finna be in the source. Lately, I've been off the DMT to explore. I've been trying shit. Figure it's time to live my life, no conscious shit. Obvious, always trying to turn negatives into positives. Be honest, bitch. I'm just sick and tired of all this COVID shit. I'm higher than the Rosa get. That's up. I don't get no fucks. Riding in that 94 King, pretty soon the bench truck. I'm in LA with a little bitch, she feeling starstruck. I ain't even come up, but she still won't fuck. Like my nigga Andre say, yeah, it's up and it's stuck. Niggas out having fun. Neil, yeah, I'm the one. Carol's only son. Had a lot to overcome. Ayy, work is far from done. I gotta get it up. It's trying to keep me from winning. I'm jumping over niggas. What you do ain't what we done. You play to lose. Ayy, we already won. Ayy, don't get confused. Hey, we still having fun. Ayy, run it up, get a bag every day. Always find a way to overcome. Waylit coming soon. Well, maybe. Just in case. You got anything to say, Shirt? This your shit. Hey. Smoke weed every day.
All right, welcome back everyone to Black Bull Podcast. Today we got Shirty, Matt Randall doing a sessions one. We got some music.
We got Cuddy in here too, by the way.
What's up, Cuddy? What's up, Cuddy?
We can never forget that.
So Shirty threw down some shit, and it rocked the place. It was really good. It was really good.
It wasn't that good, Joe.
It reminded everyone of the first time they seen bestiality.
Are you serious?
I did, but this is literally the second time I've ever heard
so
hip-hop.
you like my part? Right, out of everybody's, you like this part or mine?
I liked them both. You guys were great.
Okay.
I mean, I got to hear yours more because you had to keep redoing it, but...
Next question.
Hey, you gotta move back. Yeah, move back. All right, so this is this is gonna be a crazy ass podcast. I'm excited.
Well, can I not say some words on here?
No, you can say whatever the fuck you want, man.
Cunt.
There we go.
Cunt.
I'm saying there's gonna be a lot of talking here. So, anyways,
so
what do you? When did you start doing hip hop? I wanna know.
I started doing hip hop when I was very young. My dad used to rap. When I was like a little baby. The first thing I remember ever recording was I recorded over my orange cassette tapes for Rugrats, the first movie.
The Nickelodeon shit?
Yeah, Rugrats, the first movie. We had the orange cassette tapes, and it was the girl on the stage. She's like, "Do you wanna have?" And I recorded over it, and it was like, yeah, nigga, it was hard body. After that, I started taking it serious when I was like 16 because I went to Benton, and Benton had radio broadcasting. I was actually right next to Mine, if y'all know the nigga. Shout out my nigga Adam Daniel.
There we go.
We both was doing that shit together in the
Dropping
different studios.
And shit.
my nigga A down. Gabon for free forever. Bro, Gabon. But we was all doing that shit in just 2 different studios. Everybody was friends and shit, but once we got to that studio, it really became a different thing. When I got out of high school, I was selling drugs. Fuck the government, nigga. It was weed, nigga. Y'all can't get me now. Weed legal. But we was selling weed, nigga, and I just started using that money to fund my rap career, and it worked out, nigga. Niggas fucked with us. It started very young. By like 18, we were getting like thousands of plays on songs. So that's pretty tight.
And it's crazy because he said he was making money to fund his rap career. You know where that money went? To me.
Okay.
Because I was recording them.
Hey.
Full circle. But he recorded himself first.
There needs to be a meme generator of just your reactions to shit, dude. It's really he's a good hype man.
You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, for
real. I be calling that nigga Samuel Batson.
Oh yeah,
because that nigga
motherfucker.
Yes.
But y'all, so you're Fontaine's your cousin though, isn't he?
Yeah, Fontaine's my cousin. Shout out my nigga Mikey.
God, man. So do you ever like?
I love you.
Do you rap with him ever?
Yeah, when we started right out of high school and we were doing our first project, we called it Live from Portland, Oregon. It was a weed mixtape. We were just all fucking around. We just smoke in my house all day, but there was so many of us that rapped. we were like, we should make like some type of project off of it. And then we did, and we dropped it on 419 instead of 420. And our slogan was like, because niggas will be too high to download it on 420.
Yeah, and you're bringing stereotypes.
It
You're ahead of the game.
was me,
That's smart. That's
Fountain, my homie, Five Eye Jedi, and then the homie West Guy, and then my nigga Cruz.
Socks.
Shout out my nigga Cruzy, Two Socks.
Two socks.
Also shout out to the
hiccups. He's in
the
his
Henny
heavy
burps.
Henny burps.
Henny burps going crazy.
It's this
right
goddamn
now.
Japanese beer. They got me on the Kitty Ichiban.
Shout out to Amanda for getting the kitty.
Hey, shout out Amanda.
Big shout out Amanda. We
Japanese
don't even know what she
girlfriends
look
buy
like, but shout
Japanese
out to
beer.
you,
And
bro.
this shit, like the thing about this Kitty Ichiban is that like it doesn't taste like a type of beer. Like for like little kids, what they imagine beer tastes like this is exactly what this one tastes like.
Like it could just like it's got it just says beer.
This shit tastes like beer.
It says beer.
Literally. And like
just
movies
beer,
where
bro.
they can't use the logos and it just says beer. That's exactly
Like
what
the
this
fake
shit
cigarettes in Tarantino movies. Yeah, this one's just
it
beer.
tastes like beer.
Yeah, it's like a
Would you
hipster.
like a
It's like a
beer
hipster
from
tattoo.
beer?
It's like a hipster tattoo. Just a symbol. This is beer.
This is
You know
a
what's
stick. This is a
crazy?
stick
Because I
and
used to-
poke beer.
Because Tarantino always had cigarettes in his movies, so I always wondered, like, does he force people to smoke actual cigarettes, or is those fake cigarettes?
No, most of the niggas do really smoke.
I think they really smoke, but
They want the vibe, man.
And the thing was, he wasn't allowed to use any brand. And he was going to people, and so he made up Red Apple cigarettes. So Tarantino's whole universe has fake brands and shit because they were like, they didn't want to
Tarantino
be part of it.
universe say nigga a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
by the way,
My nigga quarantine, I'll be like,
by the way,
nigger.
let's take this now to announce Matt's new podcast. That's what it's called. What was it again?
Nigger.
Listen, I ain't got a name yet, but it's coming soon.
No, you just said it. It was Tarantino's universe. Yeah, that's a great movie podcast.
Quote nigger.
And all you do is watch the movies over and over again with different guests,
Motherfucker!
and decide whether or not it was an appropriate use of the N-word.
Yeah.
I could do. I mean, me and him, me and Cuddy coming soon.
He just recently did Django Unchained. He was like, now see this motherfucker Leonardo DiCaprio don't need to be doing all that shit. This nigga's playing too much.
It was a 9-hour podcast.
It's for sure 9 out of 10 though.
Bro, the thing
Worth
is,
the
like,
watch. Go to
imagine being in like a Tarantino movie.
Yo, talking the mic.
Imagine being in a
Closer.
Tarantino movie. Everybody just knows that they're gonna have a job every time he's coming out. It's like the same people.
Yeah,
like
for real.
when he's about to drop.
Wes
He's like,
Anderson,
oh,
too.
yes. Like Samuel L. Jackson's like, yo, yep, Tarantino's gonna drop. I gotta be a role coming up.
That's true, man.
Talk about it, bro. He waited for Uma Thurman to be not pregnant to make fucking Kill Bill. Like he has certain people he wants.
He's like,
on there.
Uma, I got something for you.
I got a relatively like a serious question though. It's not that fucking serious, but like I always want to ask people like, what was the first album that you remember like influencing you as a person?
That's very
Rugrats.
That's very shut the fuck up, nigga.
Soundtrack, Joe.
Nah, when I was young, I got adopted when I was like 6. So like I went from listening to like hardcore like Matt Randall nigger hip hop to
Wow.
to like my dad was like none of that hip hop shit. Like we listened
Really?
to 1480s in the morning going to
412.
school. Like the fucking Temptations, 5 Heartbeats,
hell yeah.
Luther Vandross, Otis Redding, like all this shit.
That's
what I
though.
heard for a long time. But then when I got to middle school, I got like my own little like iPod. I got my first little iPod. That was when LimeWire was around. Shout out LimeWire.
Big shout out Kazaa
I
too.
cracked y'all shit so many times. Weird ass
Big
niggas.
shout out Kazaa.
You're like, I
But
want 4
my
Eminem
girl-
songs and a Jenna Hayes.
Hold on,
Nigga.
hold on.
Listen, I made money off LimeWire.
My girl, like that I was with in middle school. My first little girlfriend, she would like take my little iPod. Actually, I think it was the Zune. Shout out Zune.
Oh shit.
She took my
MP3.
shit and then she put a bunch of other songs on it. And then from that moment, I was just like, holy fuck! Like it's so much more like than I thought there was in the world. And from there, I started looking shit up. Like my little brother got like a computer for Christmas. It was like one of the first Macs. It was big as shit, but it was just a computer. You didn't have
Macintosh.
a base.
Shout out
It was
Macintosh.
just yeah. It was like a light blue, and we had the light blue.
Mavis
And from
Beacon,
there, I
shout
was
out.
stealing the neighbor's internet, and I was like looking up shit on there, and like from there, I learned so much about like what the fuck was going
Shout out
on, but I
Mavis
still
Beacon.
couldn't even tell you like what the fuck I really wanted to listen to. I think one of the first things that, and it's gonna sound so lame, but I think one of the first things I listened to all the way through in a project that influenced me so much, especially when I was very first starting to rap, was like Tyga's fucking Well Done, the very first Well Done,
That's
and then
tight.
Burn After Rolling, and then Currency's Pilot Talk 1. I think those were the first ones where I was like, okay. Now, and Mac Miller's Kids, R.I.P. Mac Miller. I love you,
R.I.P.
nigga.
Mac.
But all that shit, like, after hearing years of just R&B and like
Yeah.
Usher and R. Kelly and
was
shit.
new.
I think finally all that shit just hit me at once, and I was just a different nigga after that.
I relate so much to when you talk about those LimeWire days, and I played music back in the day too. And you know, you're a musician when you get access to music and you take literally everything you could get your hands on. That you're passionate about that shit.
Yeah.
So your path into hip hop was just ingrained by the LimeWire days.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost like that's
Big
almost
facts.
a realization.
It almost reactivated
Big
the
facts.
shit that I was hearing when I was young.
Yeah.
Because when I was young, it was DMX, it was Sugar Free, it was DJ Quick, Tony, like a lot of everything. There was so much that like my parents were showing me when I was young, but then I got put, in foster care and like shit when I was 6.
Yeah.
So I already had that ingrained. And then at 6, then I just heard hella neo soul and R&B and like old fucking like shit. And then finally, once the hip hop hit me, I think it all just kind of like collided and like made it a different thing for me.
Dude, that's exactly
wild.
what I wanted to hear.
That's really cool.
In interviews and shit, they're always like, "What was you listening to?" And niggas like, "Oh, when I was young, I was listening to Illmatic and
can I
shit."
say something
Like,
real
no,
quick?
that's not the case with
Can
me.
I say
Like,
something real
honestly,
quick?
I had
hold
some
on.
shit.
I feel like that Usher's Confessions album really that album right there
It shaped
influenced a lot of
niggas.
people.
He left out that he has herpes in that. Like, if we're doing confessions.
Yeah, but if you listen to the album, you knew he had herpes. You knew he had herpes on the album if you listened. Like, no, he only knows because that's really my cousin. Like, when I got adopted, like, he was my best friend my whole life. He knew in my dad's car, there was a bunch of CDs, none of them made sense. But the ones that did, my mama had before she passed, R.I.P. my nigga Aunt Martha, you the realest nigga alive. Before she passed, she had Chris Brown's first CD in there.
Wow.
Chocolate Factory by R. Kelly. Free R.
I don't
Kelly.
know if we
Just
can
kidding,
listen- I
you
don't know
should
if we can
probably
listen to
stay
that
in jail.
anymore.
And then she had Neo's first album, and then they had Confessions by Usher. So
Dude.
those 4 albums, every day on the way to school, every day on the way to the store, every day anywhere we needed to go, those were the 4 albums in rotation. So that shit taught me so much of the songwriting that I can accredit to myself now because like I'm a rapper, but like when I sit there and I'm just by myself, I will start like
He barely a rapper.
fucking around and like really be on my songwriting tip, and I could see like the R&B shit coming out.
Shout out to Neo.
The first
Shout out
CD.
Neo, shout out Neo and his bald
shout out
ass motherfucking
Schaefer.
head,
Real shit.
bald head ass
The
bitch.
first CD I ever bought was a Corrupt, that Space Boogie. That was the first album I ever bought.
Ooh, fire.
And
That's
it was,
fire.
dude,
fire.
it takes me back every time I listen to that shit.
First
man.
of all, people be
Facts.
sleeping on
It's the
correct.
same way. That shit that you get put onto so young, like even
And
to
my
this
boy
day,
Dash.
like keep R. Kelly in jail, but also every time I hear like Chocolate Factory or Neo's first shit or Chris Brown's first shit or
don't know
fucking
if we can
Usher
talk about R.
Confessions
Kelly,
too,
dog.
like when I hear those songs,
Fuck R. Kelly,
get
but I like your
charged-
music.
Hey,
but
nigga, hold
Shut
the hell
up.
up.
Don't talk over
I
each other.
get
sorry.
charged up. I get charged the fuck up when I hear those albums because it's like, yo, that was my childhood. Like that taught me so much. Same with
Yeah.
like Temptations. He know if I hear some New Edition, I start acting the fuck up. Some Tony, I start acting the fuck up.
Can I go?
Joe
2
finna say
podcasts
some
in a
shit.
row
He
and
never
bring up En Vogue?
heard none of them albums.
Can I go 2 podcasts in a row and bring up En Vogue because that's
Let's hear it. Joe loves En Vogue.
that is my dude for real. Like,
Don't put no En Vogue on.
No.
Yeah, niggas will start acting up, singing
Listen.
into the mic. Put it into the mic, nigga.
You're giving me something he can feel.
Listen,
going on-
don't
that's
fuck
going
with
on
Corey
the
on
album.
this
That's
on
it.
this motherfucking music shit.
We got a clean recording. We're good. That's going on the
facts.
album.
Hell yeah.
He know he was right with me. I literally grew up with this nigga since I was 6. Like, it's not a fake, weird black. You know how black people be like, yeah, we cousins. They don't really be cousins. No, nigga, me and him are cousins. He know everything.
what's up, man.
Like,
That's what's
his,
good.
his mama was the one that really was the first one making me listen to hip hop. Matter of fact. Cause like his mama, like I listen to only like the 1480 shit, but his mom, I'd be like, hey, I'm Portia, can I come stay tonight? She'd be like, yeah, nigga, I guess I'll come get you. His mom was one of the first people to give me an ass whooping.
Oh, there you
and
go.
his mama was also had me in a car listening to the E40 fucking Trappademics remix.
Little John and the East Side Boys.
Nigga,
Like,
all that shit. And you never know what the fuck was gonna happen because you be expecting the Bay Area shit, and sometimes you get in the car and she be on the I get so weak and it
I swear,
means
man,
I
that
can hardly
SWV.
speak. I lose all control. Like you never knew what was gonna happen, and not only his mom, but like my older adopted sister too. Like nigga, you never knew it was gonna be some Bay Area shit or it was gonna be R&B, and it's so funny because like all my little brothers and like my little cousins, like they all rap like Bay Area niggas. But
Yeah.
for some reason, I don't sound like that. I just sound like something that was like they put all that into like a blender and then put it inside a Pop-Tart.
So So I got a question. So wait, do you make beats?
No, I don't make.
Do you make beats? You guys make beats?
No.
Okay, well then
He
I still want to ask this.
Youngshirtmayne used to make beats.
I still want to ask this question though.
Back in the
So
day.
it was
Youngshirtmayne used to make beats.
when like hip hop and shit was like first established. You used to have those like top break beats, like albums that came out every year, and that kind of set the tone for like hip hop in general for that whole year. They don't do it anymore. If they did, do you think there would be a song that would be influencing rap and hip hop today?
Yeah, 100%. I think 100%. Because it's just like
What do you think would be there though? What do you think would be on that album though?
I'm not quite sure what would be on the album, but I do know it would exist because
think there'd be some weird-
you'd have to be there and be in those sessions to really understand what the fuck was gonna happen, because shit like that, like you put all this weird shit together and weird things happen. Like look at these new niggas, like the TikTok rappers. Like one of my favorite shit is like what's the cuz name?
24K Gold.
Yeah, and then Ian Dior, they got that song. Like you always in the mood, like around acting brand new. Like bro, that shit is so guitar heavy. There's no 808s in that. There's drums. Like little niggas like that, bro. Like they're and niggas won't credit them. When I was young, all I wanted to hear was like straight up lyrical hip hop. And then I stopped.
Like underground shit?
Yeah, but then I got older and I was just like, there's room in hip hop for everything.
What makes people move
like,
though? That's almost more of that. I mean, like you gotta be a lyricist, but you gotta like get people to move.
And it's not only like making niggas move. It's like
big
make them
facts.
feel moved.
Yeah.
Like make if you dance, it's because you feel moved.
Yeah.
Like you want to turn up if you hear some shit that's crazy. Like I think all that shit is something that like if you would ask me 5 years ago if I thought that shit would be happening, I'd be like, no, nigga, like, what are you, fucking stupid? Like, no, absolutely not. So when you ask me that question, I feel like that would be a whole, I call them sex. Like in religion, there's different sects. SECTS, pause, not sex. But my point being, there'd be a whole different sect with that. Like with that whole idea.
I love breaking that shit down though, because you see guys like Kanye and stuff, like they recruit Bon Iver, like a fucking folk musician, and then Bon Iver is like all of a sudden collaborating with him. He's sampling Bon Iver. He's giving him credit on like all these tracks, and that's what I mean about the breakbeat shit. It's like he's
talking right now.
He's pulling sounds.
Yeah.
And that's like setting the tone for shit. And so I just love breaking down like what you think is the future of hip hop, or at least like this next year. What do you see? What do you like? I want to hear about it.
I think like hip hop will continue to evolve. I think a lot of people are coming into the state of mind I have where like all these different sections of hip hop mean something.
Yeah. Henny burps, yeah.
Sorry, this goddamn nah, he's Amanda burps, nigga.
Are you alright, Shirty?
Shout out the
Are you alright, bud?
Get it. But my point
Also Smokies.
also shout out views. If y'all want to sponsor me, we got them on me. But nah, all jokes aside, like I think there's so much more room in hip hop for everything. And like I said, five years ago, I was like, fuck that, ain't nothing but lyrical shit and like more R&B sing-songy shit. But I think there's so many artists out there now that are showing us you could do what the fuck you want. It still be hip hop and it still be fun. My thing was when I was growing up myself was like I wanted it to be lyrical and I wanted it to be hard. And if it wasn't hip hop. But now that I've grown and I've learned, it's not about what the fuck you're saying. It's about the way you make people feel.
True. That's art, man.
You want to feel. You want to be smart about it. Like that's perfectly fine. But there are some people that just want to have fun.
Yeah.
Like I remember with Bobby Shmurda, free my nigga Bobby Shmurda, free my nigga Roddy Rebel. That nigga dropped that body, bitch. Yeah, body, bitch. You know that I don't do karate, bitch. I'm dropping bodies, bitch. Like, nigga, on God, that shit is one of the hardest songs I've ever heard. And I swear to God, he only says the same 4 bars like 8 times and then the song's over.
But
that shit hard as fuck.
But it's because it's fun. It's
free Shmurda though.
You don't need to relate. Niggas always wanted to relate. They always wanted to have a story to tell to make you feel away. You don't need to do that anymore for hip hop. All you need to do is make niggas have fun. Make niggas feel a vibe.
I feel like Go ahead.
Let's hear it.
I was about to say, I feel like a lot more people are getting into that, like getting into their feelings rap, like the sad
niggas,
boy rap, like
all these young
like
niggas are
Lil Peep
depressed
and
as fuck,
all
and
that,
they're
like the
talking
Juice
about it.
WRLD.
Why are you so sad you make $2 million last year on fucking TikTok?
You're 19.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Peep and fucking Juice WRLD.
Yeah, rest in peace, Peep, Juice
But I feel like
WRLD,
we're getting-
XXX, Fredo.
Yeah,
all
we're getting
them
a lot of
niggas.
music like that, though.
Hey, R.P. Nip, nigga.
What's your
I
most
ain't gonna lie.
unexpected sample? Like, what's the sample that like absolutely works.
This nigga Fontaine used to sample French jazz. It's an artist named Noel Vague.
That nigga definitely did.
And the songs are like, we're only making plans for Nigel with like soft piano, soft guitar, and like he had me rapping over them motherfuckers. He was making like bossa nova dance hall beats, and like that shit worked. And that's exactly my point. You come with this like shit you want to feel, and I was a rapper's rapper at that time, but that nigga showed me them beats, and I just wanted to kind of like that song Big Shirt, the first one I performed, like
sick, man.
You heard the
Not
other
a good
two,
song.
the other two. Matt wouldn't know a good song if it bit him on the fucking nipple, like I'm finna do when we get home tonight.
Shirty.
All right, well, you know, this took a progressive turn.
Hold on, Joe, bring the camera back. Look. That shit sus as
Lightly
fuck.
toasted s'more you're both gonna make
I
later.
don't
the fuck up,
fucking
boy.
co-sign that shit at all.
But y'all heard them 3 songs. The other 2 were clearly more lyrical than the first one.
Yeah.
But the first one was fun as fuck, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
dude, the
That
first
shit
one was
you
hard as
dance
fuck,
to
man.
and have fun to. Like
I
that's
loved
exactly it. There's so much room in hip hop for all these different things, and we just all need
That's
to
what
be
people wanna
accepting
see.
of each other. And I really think that's like the next step
No,
hip
they
hop's
don't,
gonna
Court.
take. We were taking so long for other artists to get accepted to that stage, but now we just need to get older niggas into it, and then
Well-
the babies will love it.
I mean, don't
Go
you
ahead.
think it's kind of fair to say that is the music of this generation?
Yeah,
like
facts.
it's not
100%.
Like, I think that we're kind of stuck in this idea that like hip hop is not the main music that is out there. It is pop music now. I mean,
Facts.
it is.
Yeah.
that is the
It's
most
one
common.
of the biggest genres in the world.
Rap,
Exactly.
rap is low key pop.
Exactly, and
It is,
Not
yeah,
just
man.
that.
Rap is one thing. Hip hop is
Well,
pop at
it-
this point.
Exactly, and so my point is like you don't have to be hard.
No.
This is what people are doing.
Make
like,
niggas feel.
Exactly. Like, okay, the Beatles came out, everyone was doing rock, and then you start a band, you're doing rock. Like, you don't have to be hard. You just do what the fucking Beatles are doing. Like,
See, that's
it's everywhere.
Joe, that's pop culture, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yep.
wants to get on that wave, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Everyone's trying, man.
When somebody is hot, they ride that wave or they get that feature, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Everybody want a song with Lil Baby, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
they want whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just like whoever's hot at the moment, that's what pop culture is, and everybody wants to have a piece of that.
I got
Exactly.
a question for you though. How do you feel about the new wave of rappers coming out and not even knowing like Tupac and Biggie?
This is a really good generational question, by the way, because we
You
got
know,
a 31-year-old
okay,
make a
that's
lot
what
of
I'm
things
saying.
right.
As a nigga, they're like I said, I listen to the older generation. When I play, like, I'll be at like the homie house, and like I said, I'll play like some Tony or New Edition.
Yeah.
And niggas will be like, "What the fuck is this?" So it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
We could get on their ass and be like, "You're uncultured. Shut the fuck up." But that type of like negativity is why they won't hear that music. I'll tell them what the fuck it is. Either you like it or you don't. I don't expect
Well, give
you
it a
to.
shot.
Exactly, but give it a shot. And
Well,
so
it's the
from
same-
there, you
Yeah.
can't not say it's the same thing for the new generation of rappers.
Well, it's no different than like if you're like you're uptight white dude and like I don't want to listen to hip hop. Like if you are a young person and don't want to listen to old music,
Yeah.
like you're doing the same shit. You like you gotta
Very
give it a
true.
listen.
You should give
The
if you love music, give everything a try, bro. Because it's like even
For
these
real.
young niggas,
Yeah.
especially
Dude,
the
for
niggas
real.
on TikTok
Yeah.
and shit. Like some of these niggas really have crazy ass music,
what's
crazy ass
crazy?
songs.
I want to hear both of you guys
What's-
just take on
yeah,
this,
go
and then I
ahead.
want
You
to
got
tell you
something to
about,
say.
and then I want to tell you about his obsession
my
with black
main
metal.
thing is like if the old generation is not fucking with something, it's probably our fault why they're not fucking with it because we the one who shows them show them like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Dude, he says some good shit
Like,
over here,
like,
man. He
dude,
says
like-
some good shit.
Listen,
I know
Cutting to genius.
the reason why I know all the good shit I know is because my mom put me out to the good shit.
Dude,
so
hey,
the-
yo, praise to that.
Exactly.
You gotta be fucking raised right.
Exactly.
To have an open mind.
and that's why these people don't listen to us too. They will
you guys need to start
disrespect
calling him
Tupac or
Aristotle or something.
bro.
Like you need to name
We
him
call
after
him
some
Cuddy.
kind of.
We call him Cuddy
Listen,
the genius
hold
or
on, first
Cuddy
of all-
your girlfriend's favorite buddy.
There you go.
Cuddy write all our raps.
Cuddy
And all
writes
our
all
songs.
of his raps.
What?
All our songs.
All of his songs.
Look, I could admit it. Look. I'll say this. I could admit it. They don't want to admit it.
all of his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
How do you
Alright,
feel
all my
about?
No, I write all my
Are there-
shit. I'm lying like a
Are
mother.
there a lot of like rappers out there who like actually don't even write any of their shit?
Ask my bank account.
Yep. Oh,
No, who
I don't know if
I
that's
wrote.
good or
I
bad.
wrote for a couple niggas.
All I gotta say,
How do you feel about that?
We got a homeboy. We ain't gonna say his name, but he
He be right.
He right for
Hey,
niggas.
Cuddy, I ain't told you, nigga. I ain't told this nigga either. I didn't, nigga. Wait, hey, Matt.
It's a bag.
Matt,
So-
where you think that money came from the other day?
You were right. Ghostwriting or
Nah,
what?
nigga, I ain't
We
gonna say shit.
can't listen.
I ain't gonna say
We
shit.
sign NDAs. We can't speak on it.
You really can't talk about it too much, nigga.
So that's actually crazy true, dude. When I was in
There's
Texas.
a lot of niggas that sound like me.
When I was in Texas, I wrote a joke about the fucking Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly beef. Like that whole thing, just funny, right?
They disses for each other.
Right, exactly. So I wrote. That's what I thought. But I wrote like that was whatever. It was a throwaway joke. I was drunk. I performed it well. Some dude gave me $1,000 for the joke.
Joe.
Like on the fucking
Joe,
show.
wait. You karaoke somebody
he
did?
does
I do stand up. So I wrote a joke about how Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly were having a fight.
Joe, you scared me. I thought you like rapped one of these shit live.
Joe,
no, I used to be. I did used to be a karaoke DJ.
Joe, let
That
me
is
hold
true.
$50, nigga.
What?
Let me hold $50.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
that's
you
long on.
gotta rap,
Joe,
nigga.
Joe, be ghost. Hold on, first of all,
This nigga's stagey, nigga.
Joe, you be ghostwriting for a lot of motherfuckers. I heard about you, man. So you can let me hold some money. You can let me hold some money.
Joe ghostwrites for Joe Rogan.
I do. I've heard. I do. I tell him what it's like to be a little bit overweight.
A millionaire?
And,
No, I'm just kidding. That's one of
Nigga, that's
them.
Regis. Nigga, that's Regis.
That's one of them white
Regis
niggas.
R.P. Regis
niggas.
Philbin.
Hey,
R.P.
my next
Regis
album, I'm not supposed to be
Philbin.
here.
R.P.
Shout out
Big
to
Regis.
Finding Forrester.
Shout out Finding Forrester,
Sean
nigga.
Connery. Sean Connery. Finding Forrester. Great
Don
movie.
Coonery, nigga. Shout out
Busta
my nigga
Rhymes was
Sean.
in that movie. Y'all know that?
Shout out Busta
Hold on,
Rhymes.
we're crazy for a second. We're fucking crazy.
I was really thought this would be the first podcast in history where black dudes didn't talk over each other, and it didn't fucking happen.
It didn't fucking happen. Yo, that's low-key racist. You can chill out on that, man.
In the words,
Every podcast.
in the words of the great Richard Pryor, what a fucking idiot.
I know. And I'm the worst fucking one here. You guys have been saying shit. I won't shut up.
So
that was
for
fire,
the record,
though.
For the record, we all put down a bottle of Henny. We're like a couple cases
No,
deep.
they
in
put down a bottle of Henny. I
You
put
fucking
down
put
two
down
bottles
a-
of Henny.
you
I put
put-
down some Smirnoff Sour, lemon berry, and
So
now
you
I'm
not-
drinking that Kitty and Ichiban. Shout out to Amanda again.
So, Shirty, you not claiming that last bottle of Henny that we all drank?
So we drank the Henny. He sliced
said
some
I put
sushi
down
over
two.
here.
So that was one of the two. Oh, okay.
Over here getting Street Fighter
All
drunk.
right, let me
I love
not
it,
talk no more.
You need another, dude. Put down another, man. You got another. He's pretending to chew the can for everyone who can't see the shit. Oh, now he ate it. He fully ate the can. That was impressive.
Sorry, guys.
Little Blanca.
Yeah. All right.
I
Anyways.
fucked this mic up. I think the thing on the
Oh
other
yeah,
side.
it's
The
all right.
14th
So,
and Alberta
anyways,
is that
for everyone who's listening in, you're about to hear some dope shit. I fucking love the performance. Do you got something coming up? An album release? I saw you guys holding up the photo. What's the drawing? What is that?
Me and Matt Randall have a project coming out called Way Lit. It's Why Are You Like This?
It's an acronym. We suck.
After that, I got a project coming out. I'm thinking about calling it
Terrible nigga.
Nah, I'm thinking about calling. What did I say earlier? I'm thinking about calling my project. It was never about me. It's coming out 2028.
He lying.
That sound like a Wale project, though.
Japanese
Hey, that sound like Wale last album. Cut it. That sound like Wale last album.
But before we get out of here, I gotta say one thing to y'all. What the world needs now is love.
Hey, Joe, cut this shit out. Cut it.
It's
Cut
the
it right
only
now.
thing that is just too little love.
This nigga was
I got
watching
y'all at the
Lil
piano.
Rascals yesterday. He was watching Lil Rascals on Peacock.
Hey, go get that Way Lit. A lot of shit going on. Hey, shout out Bodo. Shout out NGM. Shout out all my niggas in the town. All right, people, my nigga Mondo. We gonna get a lit for you niggas. Let's go.
We like to thank our sponsor, Smokies.
Yeah, thank you, Smokies.
We're a sponsor of Little Smokies of
First of all-
Backwoods, only the honeyberry flavor. We're a sponsor of Samuel Jackson.
Samuel
Yeah,
Matson.
nigga.
Samuel Matson.
And I want to thank everyone for listening.
Shout out Dave Chappelle.
Big shout out.
For real, thank you everyone for listening in. I can't wait for you dudes to come back because it's gonna be a fun, good time. But hey, we'll be more prepared. Yeah, you're gonna be next.
We're sponsored by. We're sponsored by.
It's gonna be way better than this.
We're sponsored by Kitty and Ichi Boy.
Alright, cut me a
Alright.
promo about why you should be next.
No, hey, we'll
Okay,
get him on. We'll get him on.
Lie?
I'm prettier. All right, everyone, thanks for listening.
And I'm so tall.
Joe, take care for listening. Black Bulb out.